All right, we are talking about title transfers in this week's Realty Rant. Here today are Vince Arcuri from Cooperative Real Estate and Jay Roberts from Hillsborough Title. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Glad to have you back.
Hey, you know, I only bring the best on the show. I put my money where my mouth is, and I bring my people that I have confidence in, that I do business with, to make sure that the consumers are informed out there.
Well, and I was learning from you today. I love who you bring in. I had no idea. We're talking about kind of cybersecurity these days. I had no idea that the real estate kind of business, which is such a targeted business, it makes sense because there is a lot of money being transferred, right?
Large amounts of money, and you know, one big hit in the real estate industry, they could walk away with whatever amount of the purchase price of that home, whatever. If somebody's paying $1 million in cash, for example, and they're wiring $1 million, well, they can swipe $1 million.
That's right. And what we've done is, you know, we're looking to protect the consumers' monies, both on the deposits and their cash to close. And typically, we got to tell them how they're going to send us that money, right? So at Hillsborough Title, we've taken a lot of steps to ensure that A, those instructions are encrypted, B, that, you know, we have secure portals, and that, you know, anybody else that's getting involved in delivering those instructions to the buyer or to the seller, whoever's sending the money, should really limit their liability and not get involved. Let us handle it.
Vince says, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, real estate agents should not be involved with that money transfer at all. That's really not the scope of what we do. That should be something that the consumer has a direct contact with the title company, and they make those arrangements themselves. The less people involved with it, the better.
And you want trusted people that you're going to send them to, right? So I know that's why you brought them here this morning.
Well, you know, there's new companies popping up, and I just know the history of Hillsborough Title, and you know, some of the people that are involved with that company I've been doing business with for 25 years. So I've just got a certain level of expertise that I know that's going to be insured for my clients as well.
And Jay, you were saying the biggest danger is email.
Yeah, email, you know, there's a lot of, you know, Hotmail, AOL accounts, all those emails, they're not as secure as you might think, and all it takes is for somebody to maybe guess your password or some program to guess your password.
And what's happening? They can actually, if you
send false instructions, so they can send their wire instructions, and then the title company is like, they show up to closing, hey, did you get the money? No, we haven't received your money yet. So it's really a big liability.
I mean, is that honestly, I mean, that just blows my mind.
It's happening, and in fact, every month we see these targets come through, so we spend a lot of time on training our employees. We spend a lot of time, you know, on process to really fill all those gaps. And one of the things you'll see in everybody's email signature is, A, always call to verify verbally the wire instructions that you receive, and that's really going to help prevent these kind of, you know, malicious attacks on people.
You know, closing is so stressful as it is. This is the last thing that you want to be worried about, is some third party, some crook, some criminal getting involved.
Can you imagine, like, getting ready to close and find out that your money's been hacked? I mean, one of all the things you've gone through. But, you know, once again, that's why real estate agents should not be involved with it, because the emails that you get as a real estate agent, you get a email from the title company asking for wiring instructions. You ask the consumer, they're sending it via email. They're just not diligent enough. I think people are usually, it becomes rampant before we hear about it, but you really need to stay diligent and remove yourself from it and just let the consumer deal directly with the closing agent.
That's what real estate agents need to do. What do consumers need to do? Not use email?
Well, we have portals, secure portals we have set up. We always send the wire instructions with an encryption email. Okay, so you know, you can't, it's much harder to kind of break. And then also the verbal confirmation. Those are, you know, a combination of the three. So you should have.
And if there's any doubt, I would say, with that anything looks fishy or whatever, what do you do then? Call you guys?
Call the title company and speak to your closer directly. You're likely to have had contact with them already. You should have their contact info. Give them a call, tell them, and they'll get it to you. They'll get you the correct instructions.
Again, fascinating. I had no idea that it was that big of an issue. I'm so glad that you're here to tell everybody.
Anything.
Yes, I know, right? Well, as we close, if somebody, though, is wanting to buy a home or look for a home, they want to get in touch with you, what shall they do?
They should always call 813-909-0999. Just hit 9s and 0s and you'll get us.
I know, right? Eventually there. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We look forward to having you back.